back to Scholar of the First Sin with me, Luna. And what I've decided to do, I've beaten the game, and what I thought I'd do, while I'm waiting for Dark Souls 3 to come out, which should be early in the new year, I'm gonna continue to play this game because I love it so much, so hard, and we are gonna go through the DLCs and then on to New Game Plus, and hopefully make it all the way to New Game Plus 7 with this character. This is a different character to the one that I was using with the Scholar videos, because I kind of fucked up. I started recording with that one and the audio was so bad that I had to quit it, so I got this new character that I've beaten the game with. Let's just show you some stats here. I've got 50 vigor and 45 endurance. I've never had that much vigor before, and the reason I've been able to put so many points into that stats is because I am using the Santir Spear. The Santir Spear does not level up with any of your stats, so it takes a base 20 strength, 22 dex, which is what I've got. To have more and use this weapon would be kind of pointless. I've made it raw so it does a little bit more damage, and I am getting 420 damage out of this bad boy with the Ring of Blades plus 1. I've got the Longbow plus 10, Chloranthy plus 1, third Dragon Ring, Ring of Blades plus 1. I've got the Ring of Giants plus 1 here, which just increases my poise by 20 points, I think. But this one is kind of, this particular ring could change, but they all could change, honestly. I have the Black Witch trousers, which give me the nice high heels there. You see my heels? Yeah. And Desert Sorceress top. I was contemplating using Velstat's armor here, which is nice. I would have to change the ring out to get to 50%, but that would do it. Gives a lot of protection, this armor. But I'm just going for pure sexiness, so this is Fashion Souls, and nothing is sexier than this little get-up that I've got going here, even though it gives me jack shit for protection. There you can see my protection stats. Not the greatest, but I'm just going to try not to get hit too much. Hopefully that'll be good. Now, what else was I going to say? Oh, okay, so in the original Dark Souls 2 game, you start, if you have the DLCs, you start the game with the keys required to get into the DLCs, but in Scholar of the First Sin, you do not. You have to find the keys. Now I found one of them. Spin my vodka down while I do this. Okay, so I have this frozen flower, which takes me into the third DLC, and I picked that up just past the King's Gate on the way to the twin Dragon Riders. But the other two keys I need, so I'm going to go get those now. I'm going to need to use the kitty cat ring here, because I'm going to be jumping down. Now to get this also, you're going to need the Forgotten Key, which you should have by this point. This basically you get from the Black Gulch when you've killed those two giants. So, and now we would just get down here and then up this ladder. So much stamina, it's fantastic. And then you'll be able to open this with the Forgotten Key. Beautiful. And just here we have the Dragon Talon, which opens, I'm not sure if that's the second or the first or the second DLC, I'm not sure. Anyway, let's loot these chests while I'm here. Soul Vortex. Probably what I'll do is every new game I'll change my build. Witch Tree Branch. lightning spear. Yeah, every new game I will change my build and do something a little bit different, use a different weapon, but I'm going to use this one for New Game Plus and these DLCs. I kind of like the Santia spear, it's just such fun to use. It doesn't do the greatest amount of damage, but it's just good fun. So now the second place I need to go to is the Cardinal Tower. Okay, so here we go. Hear the door closing because it's not that long ago that I killed the giant lord. Get on my way, bitch. Now, again, to open the door, you're going to need a key, and that key is found in the Iron Key. And that will allow you to open this door. The Iron Key, okay. And the key we want is over there. Now these bitches are a pain in the arse, so they are gonna get the shit cheesed out of them with some poison arrows. Oops.
This fire actually comes through the wall sometimes, so they have so much health. They take so little damage. They have a lot of armor protection, and they do serious amounts of damage with that, those fireballs that they have, so I have no problem cheesing these guys. Over where that guy's standing is the key that I want. Yeah, he's doing nothing over there. Sometimes he comes over here and he's a real pain in the arse, but this is going to be made easy for me, apparently. Oh, he didn't die, okay. And he's just running on the spot.
And now he's dead. So let's just grab this little bit of loot that's around here. Cracked red eye orbs. I've got quite a few of those. We might do some invasions actually. That'll be a bit of fun. Another cracked red eye orb, that they do drop those. So there we have the Rebels Great Shield and the Heavy Iron Key. So now we can get into the second DLC with that, I believe. So let's get back, and then we will continue on to the Crown of the Sunken King. Okay, so I'm at the Hidden Gulch bonfire. The Hidden Gulch? The Hidden Bonfire in the Black Gulch. Just where you come to beat the Rotten, which of course I've done. Oh god. Poison. And the entrance to the Crown of the Sunken King, which is the first DLC, is through here. I think I might actually have touched this one accidentally on my playthrough, Scholar playthrough. But I didn't go through the door because I didn't have the key, so, and at that point I just wasn't ready for it. Okay, so here we are. The difficulty spikes in the DLCs are quite considerable. They're a lot more difficult than the actual game, it seems to me, the bosses anyway. In fact, I've only beaten the bosses in this DLC a couple of times, and I haven't actually been through and beaten the bosses in the other two DLCs, so that's going to be an interesting excursion for me, something a little different. So here we are, Sholvar, and it looks absolutely fantastic. You can probably hear some heavy breathing, and that is coming from this dragon here. We've got quite a cool little scene here. We're going to be fighting that dragon later, and it's a bitch, but for now we can just enjoy it as it flies off over there. Fantastic. It's quite a lot of puzzles in this area. I'm not gonna spend too much time exploring every single nook and cranny in here. I'm just gonna beat the bosses and get a couple of things and then just get the hell out. These guys, in fact all of the guys in this area seem to have an incredible amount of poise. I think they've actually nerfed it for Scholar. So these things you can hit and they will raise those things, which is good. These guys are poison resistant. I'm going to take a shortcut through this area. Okay, this guy wants a piece of me. Yeah, these guys do poison damage and they do not suffer poison, so poison is useless. But they are getting messed up by my Santia's Spear +5, my raw Santia's Spear. Okay, we're going to just ignore that room and just come straight through. There's a guy over there. I don't know if I can... No, I missed him. Okay, that's fine. There will be a guy shooting arrows at me from up there. I just got away from him. And another guy will probably come out. These statues here, these are like the poison statues in the Black Gulch, but they're on the top of like a lizard, as you can see. You can only damage them by hitting the lizard. We can grab some of this stuff. Cracked red eye orbs. We're going to be doing some invasions, so I want some of those. This guy's coming for me now. I quite like the weapon, the mace that they use. Oh, I got hit by an arrow. There's a guy just over there. He's the guy that hit me. Yeah, he's going again. They have the great bows, so they do a lot of damage with their arrows. I don't know if I can... Oh, I can. They also seem to have better AI in the DLCs. Not just with the regular enemies, but with the summons as well, the NPCs. Oh my god, I'm not doing much damage to this guy here. Just going to pick him off. Now you'll see these things here that raise platforms. I'm going to try... I can't hit that one from here apparently. Yeah, I have to be in the range of that guy. Alright, so we're going to hit these. And they will give me some protection against those guys. We have an item. Magic bolt. There's a guy just there pretending to be dead. So we'll wake him up. He's got the Grand Lance, and these guys do a lot of damage. The Lance does a lot of damage, as you saw from my earlier playthrough that I did with the Lance. So now we're gonna just take these guys out with cheese. Well, they're trying to cheese me, so it's not really cheese. It's and as you can see, they're not getting staggered. Oh, that one got staggered, that's right. But they do a lot of damage with those bows. There's no real need for me to go this way. I'm making my way to a bonfire. There's another guy who's just pretending to be dead or having a kip or whatever the hell. There's no real need to go this way, but I kind of want that bonfire. Just to be safe, basically. So there's another guy there. I'm gonna rush this guy, I think. And destroy him, and we have a thing here as well, which makes this rise. And I believe there's some twinkling titties over here, and they always come in handy. There's some stuff over here, like where that is, there's a weird tree which repairs your equipment. It's kind of a weird thing. Not really any use to anybody, I don't think, but yeah, it's there. So this is just making my way to the first bonfire, which is over there, or the second bonfire I should say. The first real bonfire, the first bonfire that's oh shit. Yeah, there might be a bit of that. Jeez. Okay, so I'm back here, and I did die getting back here because these guys just ganged up on me. So yeah, but we've made it to the second bonfire, thankfully. Now, down here, and you can see the mace of the guy there. Those maces have incredible reach on them. Get stabbed in the back, bitch. There we go, the Sanctum Mace. Let's just have a look at that thing right now. Sanctum Mace. If I can find it. There it is. Scales B with strength. Does a lot of damage and also does poison damage. So that's pretty good weapon right there. Something I might end up using on one of my playthroughs. So we're going to get an interesting little scene here. First of all, I'm going to grab these rusted coins, which are absolutely fucking useless, man. They've actually tried to fix them because they were so bad, but they're still really bad. So those guys on the bridge just got fucked up by the dragon. And I'll probably get fucked up by the dragon myself later on. So I feel their pain. But it helps me out. Focus souls, that's a spell of some kind. But I'm not quite sure what. Let's have a look, shall we? What have we got here? I haven't made it a point to pick up spells and stuff, so don't have too much here. Focus souls. Ancient sorcery of Shulva, Sanctum City fires focus beam of souls. So there you go. It's just like a soul arrow, but different, I guess. These doors just open when you come up to them. You don't need any particular key or anything. Now we're getting into the nitty-gritty of this particular DLC. The first thing I'm going to do is, you'll see like Okay, there's these things here which open up secret doors, and we've got a soul of a great hero, which is fantastic. 20,000 souls or something. Now down here you'll see that the staircase is broken off, so if I go down there, there's no coming back. There's this bitch that fires dark magic at you, so I'm gonna take her out straight away. And in here there's a new enemy. You'll see it looks like a white phantom. These guys, these ghosts, they do a lot of damage. They're extremely fast, and they take no damage whatsoever when they're in ghost form. You have to break their like little sarcophagi there and take away their ghostliness. There's 2 of them in here, so we're gonna do that and try to get in here. And you can see they got a lot of fucking poise. A lot of poise. Sanctum Knight gauntlets. Hey bitch, what up? Kind of wrecking them at the moment, but one at a time they're fine, but later on there's going to be a few. So there's a slab, there's a lot of chests here. There's some pretty good stuff in. Old growth balm just temporarily increases your strength. Something I'm probably never going to use. Soul vessel, which is always a handy thing to have, especially when you're going through to New Game Plus 7 and you want to be able to change your build every time. Katarina helm. That is the Onion Knight helm, which is just absolutely ridiculous. Let's check this. This is a throwback from the original Dark Souls game. Onion Knight. Not going to be wearing that. Well, maybe I will. Maybe I'll do an Onion Knight playthrough, but certainly not going to be wearing it this time. I'm going to try to... oh, this guy... okay. I was going to say he's not coming, but his buddy was hiding behind the wall there. I do love Santia's spear. I really do. It's got some great movesets on it. So here there's like a little raised... There's a thing there in the wall which fires darts out, which will kill your ass. And right where I'm standing, where this pool of blood is, there is a little stone which will fire them. Look at these guys dying. Oh, it's horrible. He was trying to heal. Can't seem to get the backstabs off, but that's okay. So I believe this is trapped, this chest, if I remember rightly. Yes, it is. But having 50 vigor certainly helps. Dried root. And there's a thing in the ceiling there which I can hit, and that will open up this little passageway. Twinkling Titties, 5 of them, and 3 petrified dragon bones. That's fantastic. I'd like to use one of the boss soul weapons. I do have a couple. I think I've got Velstat's chime hammer thing, and I've also got the Rotten's machete, which is nice. So now it's safe to come in here, and I can pick up this human effigy. There's a guy up there. I'm just going to pick him off while I can. Beautiful. And there's this thing on the ground which will move this contraption around. I've got to high heel it a couple of times. You can just look at my fantastic cleavage while I do that. Man, I look hot to trot. And this takes you through to the next area. Okay, so there's something here. Repair powder. I don't need it at the moment because Santia's spear does not break when you've already broken it. I need to jump across this thing. This button is kind of hard to see, but I did miss it a few times, and there is also one down here, so we'll hit these and that will open up this area here. There's a guy just over here. I don't know where he's going, but he's getting stabbed in the butt. And also on the ground just in front of me you'll see come on, another trap. Oh, but I can use that to my advantage to take that guy out. And this guy, you get stabbed in the butt. In the butt. Sanctum Soldier Gauntlets. Human Effigies. More gauntlets. Soul of a Hero, which is pretty cool. Now the first the hidden thing that I hit opened up this wall here, so there's a really interesting weapon there. Boltstone, Bleedstones. More Twinkling Titties and Petrified Dragon Bones. This is definitely your one-stop shop to Petrified Dragon Bones. There just weren't enough in the original game, I felt, but the DLC certainly makes up for it. So I just picked up the Puzzling Sword, which is a really cool weapon here. It's, as you can see, it scales S with Dex. Doesn't do a great deal of damage. It's a really good weapon to dual wield with the sunlight blade, whatever the one you get when you're in the Sun Covenant and you've given 30 sunlight medals, whatever. So it just has the usual kind of broadsword / longsword attacks, but the power attack is quite interesting. Let's see if I can it's a fucking whip, motherfucker. So it's a pretty interesting thing. It scales S with Dex, as I said. It's a nice weapon. It looks absolutely beautiful. Nice to power stance with the long sword or something similar, a broadsword, something like that. And good fun, a good fun weapon. Probably more useful in PvP than PvE. It's still pretty good. Anyway, so we're going to get down here now. These things break your shit and also do a reasonable amount of damage. This room is full of them, and I'm going to try to take out as many as I can before I jump down there, because jumping down there is going to do damage, obviously. I'm not quite sure what's happening there. Apparently I can lock onto it, but I can't hit it. Okay, so this is taking balls in the hands moment here. What I'm going to do, if I get away from that, is pop a Radiant Life Gem to give me some heals and get down here. Now there's a lot of these fuckers here. And like I said, they do a reasonable amount of damage, so got to be careful. I have this weapon which has a beautiful swing about it, and I have a lot of endurance, so I can just keep swinging for days, which is nice. There's a few bombs and shit down here. The main reason I came here was for a ring, which I will show you very soon. There's a couple more guys in here. There's this. He's kind of like, let's get up here. There he is. He's up there, so he's designed to ambush you when you drop down. When you drop down, if you just run straight up the staircase, sometimes he drops on your head, which is not the greatest. Poison throwing knives, I have no complaints about those. I do like poison throwing knives. So now we get up here, and there is a really interesting ring. Flynn's ring. Now Flynn's ring is kind of like the Ring of Blades. I still have the kitty cat ring on here. Kind of like the Ring of Blades in that it adds damage. Like the Ring of Blades +1 adds 35, I believe, damage. Now the Flynn's ring adds damage up to 50, but it scales with your equipment load. Now if you see, I'm over here, my equipment load there is at 70. The maximum damage of 50 bonus with this ring is at a 60 equipment load, and then the more equipment load you have, the less extra damage that ring will do. And it also is affected by the fact that you have a Ring of Blades on and a Dragon Ring. Anything which raises your vitality and gives you a more of equipment load. It's not the percentage of your equipment load, is the actual equipment load itself. And like I said, it's 60 is max. So if you have 10 vitality and you're using the 3rd Dragon Ring, you get just about the max with it. Now I'm not quite sure what it's going to do for me. Let's just check it out. It will make me do more damage, but how much more I do not know. Let's find it first, because that'll be good. There it is. So it's an extra 29 damage basically is what it's going to do for me. An extra 29 damage, and I don't have anything better at this point, so why not, honestly. But if you're like a low vitality build, 10 vitality, something like that, this build could be a low vitality build because I'm using no armor really. I don't really know why I've got my vitality at 16. It's at 16. Oh yeah, it was because I wanted to use I was thinking of using Velstat's armor, and it kept me at 50. So there's this another one of these bitches here. definitely want to take this bitch out. There's also like a little thing in there which I can hit. You'll see the sword there of one of these ghosts. There are just lots of ghosts in this area. I said that we were going to be taking on more than one at a time, but this is it. This can be pretty tricky. So I'm trying to like pull this guy around here and then get up this staircase, because, or ladder, because they don't climb ladders, thankfully. And in there is a bonfire. So those guys won't follow me. There is another one of these mage bitches here. Wow, nearly knocked me off. And you can see the sword there of another ghost guy. Now I need to, this is kind of hairy. I gotta just run for it. In here there are a lot of those like sarcophagus things which need to be broken to turn them human. And it's just a run around job. Hopefully some of them will fall down the hole. They do have really really good crossbows that they use that do dark damage. And I'm kind of hoping that I get one of those as a drop. This guy's he's ready to do that on me. Okay. I'm missing one. I don't know where it is. There it is. Alright, looks like a few of the guys dropped off, which is nice. Oh yeah, there you saw one just drop then. But the crossbows you have to be kind of wary of, because they can do a lot of damage. And these guys, oh crap, I thought he was dead. It's kind of like the Avalyn, the crossbow that they use. Let's get some pokiness into this guy. Alright. This room can be pretty damn tough, I've got to say. So the Eternal Sanctum key is what we came for, because we need that later on to open up the way through to the next part of the DLC. Now we can just pick up Crimson Water. Fantastic. This thing opens up a shortcut that I'm never going to use. Trapped with fire. Lloyd's talismans. And down here, oh shit, I didn't mean to do that yet. There is a thing in the ceiling. I don't know if I can hit it from here. I probably cannot. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I'll get that in a second. Bloodbite ring. These guys take a lot of damage, and they deal it as well. Yeah, there's a little button which gets rid of these spikes, which I'm going to use in a second. Now they are taking damage from the spikes though, which is one thing. Not much, but a little bit. Up in the ceiling here is this. Ow, you bitch. Oh yeah, there's the dark damage. The witch's heals are pretty good for magic defense. I don't know how good they are for dark defense, but seems like this guy is missing me every time. Well, not every time apparently. Could do with some more life gems. Let's just suck down on this. Yeah, these guys have just absolutely ridiculous poise. At least they can be backstabbed. So now we can pick up the items here. There is an item in there which you can get by shooting that from above like several times and then coming down. It's a bit of a pain in the arse. More twinkling titties, absolutely beautiful. And it's no, get off there. It's a miracle of some kind which I don't want, honestly. It's kind of a weird thing. Dragonstone, and there were a couple more, or at least one more thing over here. Torch, fantastic. So that's done. Now we need to open up the way to the bonfire, and we do that first of all by killing this guy and then shooting this button, which is easily missed. God knows I missed it. And now we can come back up here, and the way is open. Okay, beautiful. We have a bonfire. There's a crossbow here, Sanctum crossbow. So we have their crossbow now, and I'm going to have a look at this. I can like level up once, so we might as well go and do that.